In this episode, you'll get a breakdown of the quote, unconditional love is admiration without dependency, along with how to apply it to your business. Welcome to Energy Alignment for Entrepreneurs, the podcast helping online service-based entrepreneurs reduce stress, balance emotions, and grow a profitable business in less time. I'm your host, Justin Igliskis. Let's go. In today's episode, you'll discover why dependency can turn you into someone you hate, how to be open to help and connect whilst having the demeanor of a one-man army, and the secret to deep, sustainable relationships built upon evergreen roots. So, to be someone that you do not like yourself, this screams of an essence of helplessness, of self-pity, of victimhood. And those are quite the branches of dependency, right? If you put yourself in the shoes of being dependent on someone else, who are you? You don't have much to give. And you know from this real idea, it's not even an idea. It's so real, you cannot share what you don't have, what you don't feel. And if we're dependent on others, we are limiting ourselves, right? It's like there's a glass ceiling. You can see through it, but you can't get through it. And that's the essence of what dependency turns you into. Someone who fully can still feel the horizon, the amount of space they have to expand, grow, change. But the dependency keeps you small, right? You'll have beliefs and ideas like, oh, only once this, or I'm waiting for stars to align to do certain action, right? These justifications, these rationalizations created by your mind. This dependency, it's almost like you're in a jungle and you're running from something, but you don't even know what you're running from. You just, right? That's a very real image. So, how to be open to help and connection whilst having the demeanor of a one-man army. This is the essence of to connect to loved ones, to have a true depth. You cannot be fragile or weak. You actually have to be extraordinarily vulnerable, right? It's like the strongest people are the most innocent. Why? Because there's nothing to offend in them, right? They're not attached to the things that you say. They're not attached to the things that they have. They are rooted in a strength that is a presence beyond them. And that's that balance of, yeah, you may be a one-man army at times, but to actually be successful, you do need to be open to team up with other humans. Because I may have certain gifts, talents, you may have other gifts and talents. What happens when we work together? Something beautiful can flourish from the understanding that you do not have to do it all yourself. So that goes, number one, materially, with having the humility, the grace to notice that others have fruit that can help you make your message more clear, make your message better, get more money in your business, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And on the other end, the immeasurable aspect of surrendering, right? To be open to help from something beyond you, to realize that you don't need to have all the answers in your life, right? That takes this humility paired with strategical living. You can't just surrender, but then be doing actions that you obviously know prevent you from surrendering. Because to surrender, this implies a certain clarity, a humility that you know your willpower is not going to get you through everything. That doesn't mean that you'll never have moments to employ willpower. But you see, the definition of willpower changes with the awareness behind the will, right? Because if you are forcing something and you don't know, like you're just so disconnected that you can't even feel the friction created by forcing something, well, then, hey, what can I say, right? You may just have to force and force and force until you start to see, wait, I'm breaking myself, I'm breaking others, I'm breaking the door, I'm breaking the lock on the door. I'm breaking the key that I put into the lock. Inevitably, you force enough, you're going to start to see the synchronicities, the themes derived from that energy of extreme will. But on the other end, it's like, no, I'm not saying don't take care of yourself. I'm very much saying that you do need to act. If you don't act, how else is this connection, this openness, this this balance of strength and gentleness going to be born in you, right? So the secret to create deep, sustainable relationships built upon evergreen roots. And it's pretty much exactly what I wrapped up with right there. It's a balance between strength and gentleness. Because you will not have sustainable relationships if people see that you're weak. But you will not have people stay around if they see that you're rude and cold. So, right? How can we invite this balance of being a extremely strong man or lady while being kind and gentle and friendly and compassionate at the same time? This is 100% possible. And it just means that you're going to be living your life in alignment. Hence the name of the podcast. You're going to see that your energy is in motion. Emotion equals energy in motion. You're going to see that your energy is in motion. And when you do this, then you'll feel what the creator, the conductor, the universe, whatever label you have for it. Let me tell you, the labels don't matter. Like, your religion does not matter because it's all one thing. And then humans just come and we talk, oh, there's this religion, there's this religion, there's this religion. No, the creator is the creator. And if you get to a point where you've gone deep enough, you'll see this to be the truth. That words can never scratch at something that cannot be measured. And if you really take a step back, right, the depth of our world, you look at the tides, the currents, the caves, the moon, power of the sun, then you have the technology, you have history, writing, different languages, the pyramids, the Egyptians, the potential amazing civilizations of the past, what we have today. There's so much going on. It's so obvious if you just take a moment that we are in something that we do not have any control over. And when you truly start to see that and accept that, then in your moment to moment life, you also realize you do not have any control over the winds. Now, that being said, not saying you can't go outside and feel better. No, there's certain things that are obvious in this that I don't even want to say, but I will say them for those who may just kind of sense that this is a person who is speaking from their heart, right? The truth, the creator has nothing to do with me who's speaking, but I can feel how the creator has been guiding me. And the words, everything I've said in the past 10 minutes, sure, there are moments from my past, moments from my perception, but then there are also very clear truths, universal laws that when they come out, you can just feel that they're true. And you may not be able to intellectually understand them, and that's okay. The real truth is actually way beyond you thinking and conceptualizing. The real truth is something that you listen to me, and all you have to do is notice the reactions in your own mind. Like, what are you thinking in relationship to what I just said? Then you watch yourself think, and then you learn about the nature of your conditioning or who you think yourself to be. And naturally, you do this enough, you're going to get so clear that you're beyond who you think you are. And if you live with that essence, if you let the wisdom beyond yourself insert your name, you create the space for that to be heard. It's like a little flute. The monkeys of the world, me, others, with our names, we're loud, right? And we're banging things. Like, look at me, look at me. But the essence of the flute is so subtle and gentle. It's almost like, right, if you are at the river, you can hear that river, that stream flow. You don't have to concentrate to hear it, but at the same time, there may be wind, the birds singing, the squirrels rustling through the leaves. That's all one thing right there. And when you listen and the reason I use all those words is to describe the story to you. But if you listen and you're not thinking about those words like, oh, squirrel, bird, water, river, and you just listen, you'll notice that that flute is constantly speaking. Now, when I use the word constantly, I don't mean 24/7, but digressing. Honestly, recap. Why dependency can turn you into someone you hate. We touched on this, but the initial quote, unconditional love is admiration without dependency. And when you admire someone, that's awesome. But the moment that you depend on them, you create your own weakness. And that can make you dislike yourself because you inherently know that you're not meant to be weak. How to be open to help and connection whilst having the demeanor of a one-man army. Strength from the creator, zero conformity. All in on your path, which is lit by the fireflies. Now, the secret to create deep, sustainable relationships built upon evergreen roots. Healthy fundamentals align your energy to shine bright when it needs to. Healthy fundamentals align your energy to shine bright when it needs to. So, honestly, connection is beautiful when you don't want or need it. The moment that you really start obsessing over something, it's got you hooked. So there's a balance between understanding that solitude's a gift. And to see solitude to be a gift, that's going to help you love unconditionally because you're not dependent on a thing. Now, so I really do like everyone who's taken the time to listen, to notice their own reactions. You keep doing this work, you are changing the route, the pace of how humanity unfolds. Now, that being said, that's ordained. But at the same time, do the work if you feel the call, please. You can't avoid it. If you feel the call to do this work, it's a must. It's non-negotiable. So, new episodes are out every Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And if you want to learn more, click the link in the description below. First, you'll get your free premium personalized 5-minute journaling prompts exercise. 2, access to my new free 11-page doc, How to Reduce Stress and Anxiety. Bonus is 2 to 4 new weekly emails. So grab your free gift below. See you